One of the interesting challenges is you've probably heard the phrase, don't bring me a problem without bringing me the solution. I actually hate that phrase. My job is to get the problems that don't have solutions. My job and my management team's job are to get the hard things that people don't know what to do with, because if they know what to do with them, they should just actually go fix them. And so what we're really trying to do right now is encourage that notion of bring us stuff you don't know what to do with, or that you think is a problem that's not been addressed, or that there's a challenge, because we actually need to know that stuff, and it's our job to help wrestle those to the ground and try to figure out how to address them. I've done some communications kinds of things to try to facilitate that. Another phrase you hear a lot is, I have an open door policy. I have an open door policy, but if you call my assistant and ask for an appointment, if you're one of our staff, you'd probably get a date that's a month and a half from now, which is not functionally an open door. So what I've done is institute office hours, kind of like when you were in college and the professor would have known hours that were available. And so in Salem and at the Portland State Office Building, hopefully weekly, and then at our other offices less frequently, I'm there with announced office hours for an hour and a half or 2 hours, where people can drop by for whatever reason they want to be able to drop by for, to share something cool they're working on, or identify some kind of an issue. In this, one of these that I mentioned came from that, from office hours. And so we're trying to cultivate that notion of bring us the gnarly problems, because we need to know about them and get them out on the table. Let me talk quickly about redeterminations. We'll have a more detailed report next month, but of course the redetermination project of working through the redeterminations of the 115,000 individuals who we were late with that work on has been completed. As of the last time we reported to you, which would have been figures as of August 31st, we had about 55,000 individuals whose cases were closed, a portion because they were found to no longer be eligible, and a portion because they didn't respond to our requests to determine whether they were eligible. As expected, that number has dropped through the retroactive period, where people can come back and say, hey, wait a minute, it turns out I am eligible. And so that 55,000 represents about 48% of the overall pool. The number that have been determined to be ineligible and have not still responded has now dropped 7 percentage points, or about 15%. So we've added back about 8,000 people who were eligible, in fact, out of that 55,000 number. And as I say,
how many did you say?
About 8,000.
8,000.
Yeah. We'll end up doing a full accounting during January ledge days. The numbers will be final as of sometime in December.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Senator.